Good morning. My name is Aaron Hepburn, and I'm a co-founder of Compass PD. We're one of the grant support providers. And the team asked us if we would mind sharing a little bit about what that means to partner with a grant support provider. So we chose one of the school districts that we are working with, the Spencer Community Schools, to highlight how a partnership works. So Spencer Community Schools is a great example of a district that had already done real work before the CLSD grant even came along. They had made literacy a priority. They had invested in their teachers and their systems. And quite frankly, their data reflected that. Their ELA proficiency had climbed from 72.9% to 79.7% over 4 years. So when Spencer chose Compass PD to be a partner as their grant support provider, we were very deliberate about one thing. We were not there to fix what was broken. We were there to honor the work that had been done and really build on the foundations that already established. The Spencer story is truly a story of going from good to great. And often that's actually harder. And I'm sure it's something that resonates with a lot of districts. The 25-26 school year was our planning year, and we had structured that around three connected bodies of work. We have learning, building that shared understanding of the why, and also like what does good look like. We established the current reality, took an honest look at where we actually are, like where we're starting from, and then developing the plan. How do we get from where we are to where we want to go? So year one, we engaged in that sustained collective learning, and we did it rooted in the Iowa Comprehensive Literacy Plan. And one of the aha moments for us, for the team, was when we were working through, the progression of building like grade span by grade span, the understanding of what high quality literacy instruction really looks like, and seeing how each grade builds upon one another. It helped, evolve the team's thinking around science or reading. And what we saw over time was that as the team learned more, their expectations of what was possible increased. The shift in expectation is one of those key components that really drove that work forward for us. Another key moment for us is we used a really comprehensive multi-source needs assessment. We did surveys with teachers and families. We did focus groups with Board of Education and district administration and all the teacher groups representing the various grade levels. We did classroom observations. We did collectively the comprehensive literacy needs assessment. We conducted data analysis and all of that to really create a SWOT analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And as we were doing the data analysis, and we looked at that ISAS data, and we looked at that through both a proficiency lens and a student growth percentile lens, SGP. And those two lenses tell very different stories. So, for example, Spencer had grade levels very high in proficiency numbers, but when you looked at the SGP data, it showed students were actually falling behind their academic peers in pace. So high proficiency can mask a growth problem. And once the team, sort of saw that dynamic clearly, it helped create that honest, shared urgency around a clear path forward for us. So where do we go? Like the results. So it's at the end of our work in year one. We've completed our 5-year local literacy plan. We've got that shared district literacy vision. We have 4 aligned strategic priorities, and we have a unified pre-K through 12th grade leadership team that includes, by the way, the local Head Start preschool, and they're positioned to help guide the implementation throughout the rest of the process. One of the things that can't be captured in our data slides or our, how the process went is just what it meant to the people in the room. And some of these quotes are the voices of Spencer's own teachers, principals, and district leaders in their own words about what the process, has been like for them. We had a high school ELA teacher, speaking from a secondary lens, like, what does science of reading look like in secondary? We don't really know yet, but we're excited to learn and have that be a part of the process. And that's a mind shift change, right? Like we go from the idea in secondary that we don't teach reading to everybody teaches reading. One of the building principles said it's rare to get a holistic point of view from the outside. To have somebody come in and say, how here are the things that you're doing really well, and here are some things you need to think about, and help come up with a game plan to address those. That was a rare opportunity for them, and I know the team appreciated it. And then perhaps my favorite is from the associate superintendent, who said, you get so close to the work and you're so in the weeds that it's really hard to see the big picture. Having that outside perspective of people who are experts in literacy and have seen lots of different districts, that has been really, really helpful. That to me, in a sentence, is what great partnerships can do. And it's something that we at Compass PD are proud to be doing with Spencer, and with all of the districts we support. So thank you very much for the opportunity to share our collective path with Spencer over the past year, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your training today.